Hello my friends, and welcome back to another video. Today is the part 2 to the haul that I told you all I had from the video the week before last week. I don't really remember, all the days are blurring together. Also, I am seeing the irony in the fact that I posted an unhaul last week in between two hauls. I don't really want to talk about it. I am imperfect, I have my flaws, and book buying is one of them. We're not going to talk about it, we're going to pretend that's not, I made room with those books that I unhauled for these books coming in. So, let's just be clear, that's what I was doing. So, really, I was just trying to be helpful for myself, so. But anyways, let's talk about books that I've recently bought that I'm pretty excited about. First up is The Liminal Zone by Junji Ito, and I have already read this. I'm gonna be honest, I read this last night, so I'm not gonna tell you what I think about it because it'll be in my August wrap-up, so you'll just have to wait. But of course I had to buy this. I mean, hello, I love Junji Ito, and I love his short story collections, and that's what this is. It's like 4 short-ish. They're not very short, but they're not super duper long. So they're like kind of like a little medium length, I guess. But there's 4 in here, and it's actually shorter than I anticipated it being. I didn't know it was going to be this short, but yeah, the artwork is beautiful as always. I mean, it's Junji Ito. I don't think any of us are surprised by that. So yeah, of course I had to pick this one up. Who would I be if I didn't? Next up is another manga, and that is volume 1 of Monster by Naoki Urasawa. And I have actually been wanting to pick this up for a while now. Like when I first started getting into manga, a lot of people were recommending this to me, and I've been kind of putting it off, mostly because there were other manga series that I was more interested in, but I don't know, I decided to just like bite the bullet. This is the Perfect edition, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, and I'm pretty excited about this. It's about a surgeon who makes this life-altering decision when he decides to save the life of a young boy. But in the future, this young boy that he saves will go on to do some things, and this surgeon is the only one that can put a stop to it. I've heard good things about this manga and the anime, so I'm pretty excited and just kind of looking forward to trying a new manga out. This next one is another manga, but I promise this is the last manga that I have to show you, so don't worry if you're like disinterested. But this is Death Note, the Black Edition, volume 6. I have been trying to get my hands on this volume for months. It has been out of stock for so long, and it's the only one that I'm missing. It's the last one. And I didn't want to start the series until I had volume 6 because I just knew that I was going to read them like in one go. So I was getting very frustrated because I wanted to get this one so bad so I could read Death Note. So yeah, finally have volume 6. I'm very excited. My collection is complete, and now I can finally read Death Note, which is one of my favorite animes of all time. So it's only fitting that I finally read the manga. The next 3 books that I'm going to show you are my August Book of the Month picks, and I'm pretty excited about all 3 of them actually. I had a hard time for August because there were actually a good selection of books for this month, but the first one I went with is The Family Remains by Lisa Jewell. This is a standalone sequel to The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell, and I actually haven't read The Family Upstairs yet. I am actually currently reading it right now. I started it last night, so I am reading it, and I wanted to get this one because I like Lisa Jewell's writing a lot. I actually don't know what the plot of this book is, and I'm not going to read it. I know that it's a standalone, so they can be read separately and it should be fine, but I really don't want to know anything about this one. I just want to read The Family Upstairs and then go on to this one and just kind of experience them, one after another, that kind of thing. So I actually don't know the plot of this one. I don't want to know. I'm sure it has something to do with The Family Upstairs, but I just don't know to what extent, and I'm gonna go in blind. So don't have a plot description for you on this one because I don't know. So, Sorry about that, but just in case, I don't want to ruin anything for myself. My next book of the month pick was Alice Feeney's Daisy Darker. Now, I've only read one Alice Feeney, and it was Rock, Paper, Scissors, and I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I know a lot of people love that book. I didn't really care for it. I think it was fine, like it wasn't the best, but it wasn't like the worst book I've ever read. I don't know, I just didn't really love it like everyone else did. But this one reminds me of The Guest List by Lucy Foley, and that interests me because I really, really like that book. So I'm hoping this is like very similar. This book is about a family that gathers together for their Nana's 80th birthday on like a tiny island in this gothic mansion, and I guess a tide comes in and they get cut off from the world, and they all have secrets, you know, they're all hiding something, and then Nana is found dead, and you know, things start going downhill after that. So very similar to The Guest List, except it's not a wedding, it's a birthday party, but to me that sounds extremely similar to The Guest List. So I'm hoping that they're similar. Hopefully not too similar, but similar enough that I like it. So yeah, I'm giving Alice Feeney another go. We'll see. The next and last book of the month pick I chose was Small Angels by Lauren Owen. So I've actually had this on my TBR for a bit. I found it on Goodreads and I thought it sounded very interesting. It's a gothic novel, which we know I have a love-hate relationship with gothic novels. I want to love them so badly, and I will keep reading them until I just find more that I absolutely adore, which is, you know, a struggle sometimes because I don't always love them. But I think this one sounds pretty good. I don't know the entire plot. Again, I don't like to read plot descriptions too much because sometimes it just ruins the experience for me. But this one says inside, it just says, in a hypnotic tale of sisterhood, first love, and hauntings, a wedding in a small English village stirs up unsettling magic and forces a troubled family's secrets out into the open. One, I love family secrets, love small town drama, that kind of thing. So I feel like this could be really good. I'm excited. I have high hopes. We'll see. The next book is kind of out of my comfort zone a little bit. It is a romance, but it's not my typical romance books. I typically go for like rom-coms, and I don't know if this is a rom-com. I don't believe so. Again, I don't know too much about this book. What's new? I don't know about most of the books that I buy because I go off a few things and that's it. But this was actually a book purchase influenced by Cammie, my friend here on YouTube. Burrows and Books is her channel, and she was raving about this book, and she told me that I needed to read it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm a little nervous because it's not something that I typically, you know, go for. But it's Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. So this is like a romance with like rich people drama and like heartbreak and stuff like that. Again, don't know, but when I hear rich people drama, I kind of go towards Gossip Girl, and I really liked Gossip Girl. So maybe, I don't know. I'm a little nervous. It's kind of a chunky book too. But I'm a little nervous. Everyone's raving about this book. So this is really a Bookstagram, Booktube influenced purchase that I did. I'm nervous. I'm excited. Again, not a lot of information that I have about this book. But we'll see. I'm excited. This next one is a new release, which I know I can hear you yelling at me being like, Erin, you've had trouble with new releases. Why do you keep buying them? I don't know. I don't know why I keep buying them. I keep putting my faith into the fact that a new release will actually not hurt me and actually be nice to me for once, which hasn't happened this year, okay? The new releases have been very cruel to me. but I keep having this hopefulness in my heart thinking that something will change. But this is one of my anticipated releases of this year, so. And it's These Fleeting Shadows by Kate Alice Marshall. One, the cover is beautiful. I'm sorry, this is stunning. I love these colors so much. I will 100% be doing a makeup look inspired by this cover because these colors, like, delicious. Like, they, like, I don't know, they remind me of, like, bubble yum, like the gum, like the blue kind. I don't remember what it was called. Was it cotton candy? I don't remember, but it reminds me of that kind of gum, like the packaging and stuff, and I liked that gum. And I don't really know where I'm going with this, but I really like that gum, and this reminds me of that. So, I don't know. This book is about the main character, Helen, whose grandfather dies and leaves her everything. But there is a catch. She has to stay on the grounds for 1 full year, and if she doesn't, she will inherit nothing. And of course, we're gonna have some like hauntings, some weird spooky things. This house has like been invading her dreams since she was younger, so you know, spooky things going on, family secrets. I'm all about that. That's kind of like my bread and butter, to be fair. So I'm really excited. I don't think I've read anything from Kate Alice Marshall before. I know she typically writes young adult. You know, I'm not opposed to a young adult book, so we'll see. I think it could be really good. I do, but I don't want to put too much hope because the new releases have been really bad this year. So don't worry, the next book is not a new release. This is The Saturday Night Ghost Club by Craig Davidson. So Craig Davidson is actually Nick Cutter. Nick Cutter is one of his pen names. I've only read one Nick Cutter book and I didn't really like The Troop, so I kind of wanted to give this a go and see if this would be more of my vibe. This is like a coming of age story. It's about a group of kids who spend the summer investigating ghost stories and like urban legends, which I think sounds really cute and fun and like kind of I think this would be a very good Halloween book, even though I know it's a summer, I know it's like a summer book, right? It's taking place in the summer, but for me this would be like a good September read, going from summer to fall, because this kind of gives me fall vibes even though it's taking place in the summer. You know what I mean. Anyways, I think this would be a good transition book from summer to fall. So I'm kind of wanting to read it next month as we go into fall. But yeah, I think it sounds fun. I think I will like this more than The Troop. So we'll see. But yeah, I've heard good things about it and I'm pretty excited to read it. This book was actually suggested to me by Kim, one of my lovely subscribers. I love Kim. She's amazing, and she told me to check this author out because she knows I love Darcy so much, and she said that she thinks I might really like this author. So I decided to take her advice, and I picked up The Vanishing by Wendy Webb. Also, this cover is beautiful. Like, I love these colors together. So pretty. Absolutely love it. 100% want to do a makeup look inspired by this cover. I didn't know too much about this one, but Kim said it was a good one, so that's why I went with this one. But from the back, it says it's about this woman named Julia whose life is just kind of falling apart, and a stranger appears on her doorstep with an intriguing job offer. He basically asks her to be a companion for his elderly mother, and she's like famous and eccentric, and she's a horror novelist, and Julia admires this woman very much, and everyone else in the world thinks this woman is dead. Julia jumps at the opportunity because this is like a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and when she gets there, it's like creepy and eerie and spooky and things happening. So, sounds good to me. Sounds like I'd enjoy it. Sounds right up my alley, and I'm very excited to give this one a read. So, the next two books are actually new releases as well, and I just realized that. after I was talking about how much I probably shouldn't buy new releases, but you know, that's neither here nor there. I don't, you know, we're just gonna ignore that. This book is The Wife Before by Shanora Williams. I bought this book because I really enjoyed The Perfect Ruin by this author. I read it in March? February? March? I think I read it in March. I don't really remember anymore. But I really enjoyed that thriller. It was so good. It was very shocking. I did not see like any of it coming, so I was really impressed. And I saw that this one was coming out fairly soon and I got excited, so I've been waiting for this one to come out. I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued about this one. This is about a woman whose life is kind of just not quite there. She meets this man who is a well-known pro golfer, and you know, he's very interested in her, he understands her, and you know, he wants to make her life better. They start having a romance and it turns serious. She goes to live with him in his mansion, and you know, she's gonna become his second wife because a tragic accident happened to his first wife. And you know, when she starts getting there, she starts seeing some red flags, seeing some things that indicate maybe his first wife didn't meet an accident. You know, maybe it was something else. So this sounds extremely good. I'm very excited. Like I said, I really loved The Perfect Ruin, and I have pretty high hopes because I think it sounds like something I will really enjoy. So I can't wait to read this one. The last book that I have to haul is a romance. It is a rom-com because I can't help myself. And this is Circling Back to You by Julie Tew. I think is correct. I did look up pronunciation. I'm unclear if that is the correct pronunciation though. I did try, so please let me know if I'm wrong and tell me how to actually say it because I'm very unsure if that is right. I don't know. This sounds extremely good. Sounds really good. This is about the main character, Cadence, who is rising the corporate ladder. She's really successful at her job, but she has a estranged relationship with her elderly father. And she has her best friend at work, who is Matt, and he's getting nagged by his Filipino family to settle down and, you know, make a family. So he asks Cadence to be his pretend girlfriend for a family gathering, but you know, they start realizing that maybe they have feelings for each other. I'm sorry, it sounds so cute. It sounds so cute. One, I really like the name, Circling Back to You, and I just really like the cover. I think it's really cute because they're in a little office space and it's just really cute. But we know I love fake dating, pretend girlfriend, boyfriend kind of vibe. I always think that's really fun. It's one of my favorite tropes. So I feel like this is going to be a good time for me. I think it's going to be a really good time. I'm very excited to read it. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. I just think it's going to be cute and fun. That's it. That is part 2 of the haul. Thank God, because I'm not going to lie to you, I actually do have other books, but they are not here. So this book haul would have been pushed back another week, but I just decided to do this one, and maybe I'll do a haul in a few more weeks, you know, that kind of thing. I don't want to do them too frequently because one, I just feel like it's a little bit embarrassing, but also I don't want to bore you guys with the same video over and over again, just me hauling new books like every week. I feel like that's a little extreme and just kind of unnecessary. So hopefully you don't mind that this one is kind of close to the last one, but I did say that this was like gonna be a part 2, so hopefully you all don't mind too much. If you've read any of these books, please let me know what you think in the comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you have any recommendations for me, I'd love to hear them as well, because I never stop buying books anyways, so, you know, the recommendations are helpful. But if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. It lets me know that you enjoy hauls. That way I can keep providing you with hauls, obviously, because I do them enough. So hopefully you enjoy them. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to my channel. We can become friends, talk about books, scary books, horrific books, thrillers, romance, manga, all kinds of stuff. And with that being said, I hope you are having a great day, night, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.